Manchester United may have just announced Harry Maguire's new contract, but according to Fabrizio Romano, the club have already moved straight on to the next big priority, and that priority is Kobbie Mainoo. Romano has confirmed that after Maguire put pen to paper on his extension, United immediately began focusing on tying Mainoo down to a new long-term deal. It's understood that the club want the 20-year-old midfielder to sign a contract that would keep him at Old Trafford until 2031, which says absolutely everything about how highly they now rate him internally. This is not just another routine renewal, this is United making it crystal clear that Mainoo is seen as a major part of the future. And honestly, after everything we've seen over the last few months, it's easy to understand why this has become such an important piece of business behind the scenes. What makes this story even more interesting is just how dramatically things have changed for Mainoo over the last year. There was a point not too long ago when his future at Manchester United looked genuinely uncertain. Under Ruben Amorim, opportunities were extremely limited, and there was a growing feeling that the young midfielder might need to leave, whether permanently or on loan, just to get the minutes and development he needed. Reports at the time suggested that Mainoo himself was open to a move away because he simply wasn't being trusted enough. But United refused to let him go. The club made the decision to keep him at Carrington and told him to stay, work and fight for his place. At the time, some fans questioned whether that was the right move. But now, looking at how things have unfolded, it seems United may have made one of their smartest calls in recent years. A huge turning point came with the arrival of Michael Carrick. Since Carrick took over, Kobbie Mainoo has looked like a completely different player, not because his talent suddenly appeared out of nowhere, but because he's finally been given the trust, role and rhythm that every young midfielder needs in order to thrive. Carrick restored him to the starting 11 and paired him with the experienced Casemiro in midfield, and that balance has worked brilliantly. Mainoo has now made 10 appearances under Carrick, started all 10 of them and played 886 minutes, which shows just how important he has become in such a short space of time. More importantly, he doesn't look like a kid just filling a shirt. He looks composed, mature and increasingly influential in games. He receives the ball under pressure, keeps things ticking, drives forward when needed and plays with the kind of calmness that you simply cannot teach. This is a player United can build around, and that is exactly why this contract matters so much. Manchester United have made too many mistakes in the past when it comes to handling elite young talent. Sometimes they've waited too long, sometimes they've failed to create the right pathway, and sometimes they've allowed uncertainty to grow around players who should have been protected and developed properly. With Mainoo, they now have a chance to get it right. Offering him improved terms and a long-term contract is about much more than money. It's about showing him that he's wanted, trusted and central to the project going forward. It's also a message to the rest of Europe because, let's be honest, if United allowed a midfielder of Mainoo's quality, age and potential to drift into a contract situation where other clubs could start circling, it would be an absolute disaster. This deal needs to happen. And from everything Romano is saying, it sounds like the club know that too. There's also a bigger football reason behind this. Manchester United are trying to rebuild a side that can compete properly again, not just for top four, but eventually for major honours. And if you're serious about building a successful team, then players like Kobbie Mainoo have to be at the centre of it. He represents the exact kind of profile fans want to see more of. Technically gifted, calm under pressure, intelligent in possession, and most importantly developed through the academy. There's always something special about a Carrington graduate becoming a key figure in the first team, and Mainoo has that feel about him now. He doesn't just look like another squad option, he looks like someone who could define United's midfield for years if managed properly. That's why this isn't just contract news, it's a statement of intent about what kind of future United are trying to build. And Mainoo's progress hasn't gone unnoticed outside Old Trafford either. His recent performances have reportedly earned him a recall to the England setup for the first time since September 20 to about the 24. And there's already growing belief that he could force his way into Thomas Tuchel's World Cup plans. if he keeps this level up between now and the end of the season. That tells you just how quickly his stock has risen again. A few months ago, people were talking about whether he needed to leave United to save his development. Now, he's back in the England conversation and on the verge of signing what could be one of the most important contracts of his young career. Football can change fast, and Mainoo is a perfect example of that. But credit has to go both to the player for staying ready and to Carrick for recognising exactly how valuable he could be. For now, though, the focus remains on finishing the season strongly. Manchester United are still pushing to secure Champions League football for the 2026/27 campaign, and Mainoo will have a huge role to play in that run-in. The Reds return with a huge clash against Leeds United at Old Trafford next Monday, before travelling to Stamford Bridge to face Chelsea on April 28th. And these are exactly the kinds of matches where players like Mainoo need to keep stepping up. If he continues performing the way he has under Carrick, there's no doubt United fans will be desperate to see that contract signed as soon as possible, because in a squad that still has plenty of question marks, Kobbie Mainoo is starting to look more and more like one of the clearest answers. And if Fabrizio Romano is right, Manchester United know it too. If United get this Mainoo deal done, it could be one of the smartest moves they make this year. Let me know in the comments, should Mainoo be one of the first names on the team sheet next season? Subscribe to Red Devils Report for all your latest Manchester United news.